Welcome, everybody. I want to welcome you to another wonderful episode of Detroit Class 313. And you all know that I'm your host, True Johnson, and I'm here today with the wonderful Kim Page from Front Page Realty. How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you for having me, True.
Thank you for being on the show today. She's a real estate tycoon, everybody, in the city of Detroit, and she's going to talk to us today, ladies, about the importance of realty, just the all-around importance of real estate, business, entrepreneurship associated with real estate and things of that nature. Thank you so much again for being here.
Oh, you are so welcome.
Talk to us about the real estate, Kim.
Oh, gosh, there are so many aspects of real estate, but I'm going to just quickly talk about two of them. One aspect of real estate is the entrepreneurial aspect. Like we were discussing earlier, especially when it comes to us, women.
Yes.
Okay, so you have the entrepreneurial side of it where you're able to actually even work from home. You're actually even able to buy and flip properties. Then you have another side of real estate where you're able to actually be a salesperson and sell properties and help people. So there's a big world, real estate world, when it comes to real estate.
So you're telling the ladies and me that you can actually be at home in your PJs and flip real estate.
Yes, you can.
Ladies.
It is so easy. I know, you've probably seen the infomercials at night with like different people, like, you're up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and they're talking about how to flip real estate. Yeah. Well, it's no joke. It is for real. It's true, but it's just certain ways that you do it, of course. But right now, flipping real estate, especially in the city that we live in the city of Detroit, it is a dynamic time to do it, being that the properties right now are so inexpensive. So I'm talking properties out there right now for $1,000, $2,000 that may be worth like $20,000, $25,000 right away. So yes, you can work from home by flipping real estate, by purchasing properties and actually selling them to other people, because right now you got even the world of the internet, where you're actually able to sell properties online. So it's so many opportunities in selling real estate right now.
Okay, so with selling the real estate online, do you actually have to see the home?
Well, you know what? We deal with a lot of people right now that we sell to, a lot of investors, and that's the wonderful part about it, that are all over the world, in China, England, France, wherever, Australia, that actually buy properties unseen. To an investor, especially with a seasoned investor that's wanting to buy property from you, they're looking at the numbers. Okay, as long as the property is worth a certain amount, as long as they can flip it and make a certain profit off of it, a lot of times they may not even see it. So it's very easy to do real estate online and even at home.
Wow. So, okay, tell the women maybe like how much money they might need to get started.
Well, to get started in real estate, it just depends on the properties. Right now, like I said, maybe 7, 8 years ago or so, or 10 years ago, you may have needed a good chunk of money to get started to buy a property. An investment property back then may have costed you about $30,000 or $40,000 because properties were worth about $80,000 or $90,000. But today, right now, in the real estate market, again, properties are worth like $20,000 that we have out there that you may be able to purchase for like $1,000 and $2,000. Yes, so now is an excellent time to actually get into the business of flipping and being an entrepreneur in real estate. I mean, you can do it right now. It's
we
real.
Can do anything,
I know,
ladies.
we can. It's
we're
real.
Every woman. Tell us about the OPM, other people's money. How can the ladies use other people's money to purchase those properties?
Well, you have, different things. Like I said, you have actually, well, let me tell you one of the ways. You actually have, investors that may be able to actually willing to invest into you to buy properties either for you or for them. So like I said, if you're doing purchasing a house or flipping a house, there are ways that you can actually use other people's money by actually tying down the property. If you see a property that you like, say for instance for $2,000, you may have a buyer already on the other side of it that's willing to purchase it for $10,000. Okay, so if they're willing to purchase the property for $10,000 and you've already got it tied down on paper for $2,000, then that's using other people's money. That's it, ladies, right
that's
there.
Right. That's the smart way to go, right?
Yep,
absolutely. Because if you can use John's money, then, you know, don't even worry about going in your own pocket, ladies. So, you know, the thing is, you talked to me earlier about the ladies dominating the real estate.
Oh, yeah. You know that. We dominate. Actually, we dominate a lot of sales industries, you know, but especially the real estate market. Of course, being a salesperson, looking at now that we're jumping into the salesperson aspect of it, we as real estate agents, being women, probably dominate right now about 70% of the real estate field. And the thing about real estate too, the reason why I got into it, you know, real estate is something that sells itself. It's not a hard sell. You know, just like how you sell makeup by whether it's Avon, Mary Kay, you know, if it's the right color, the right foundation, we're buying it. So
and you need somewhere to live.
Exactly. So, you need somewhere to live.
Exactly.
Yes.
Man, that's wonderful. So tell us the website, contact information.
The contact information that you can go to actually look at some of our properties, or either even contact me or one of our agents at Front Page Realty. The website is frontpagerealtydetroit.com. Again, that's frontpagerealtydetroit.com.
frontpagerealtydetroit.com. Yes. So how many agencies do you have in total?
Well, right now, let's see, we are the largest real estate company in the city of Detroit. Our office is located on Jefferson near downtown Detroit. That's 2921 East Jefferson. And we currently have a total of 62 agents that are working out of our office.
Man, you know that saying, you go, girl. I want you to go ahead, Miss Page, and keep doing a wonderful job. I mean, you know, I love to see my sisters, you know, not just African American sisters, but just sisters in general, but especially my African American sisters.
Yes, thank you.
Doing something wonderful as real estate, having 60 offices, being the owner, you know, and facilitating, helping people get different homes. So we talked about last week about the importance of credit.
Yes.
You know, you talked to me about the land contract.
Oh, yeah. Now, one of the options that are available, because, you know, life happens.
Yes,
you know, sometimes your credit is not all that great because of different situations. Again, life happens sometimes. One of the options that you would have if you don't have good credit would be a land contract. So even if you're looking to invest in something to even flip and you don't have all of the money up front other than using other people's money, as we discussed earlier, you may qualify to do a land contract. And what that simply is just actually purchasing a house from a private owner other than a bank or an institute because you don't have the credit. So you're purchasing it for somebody that's probably just selling their home, and they're just probably going to ask you for a small down payment. And also monthly payments per month until you're able to actually pay the home off. But in the end, you end up owning the home.
Okay, as long as you keep your payments.
Yep, as long as you keep your payments up.
And, you know, also I wanted to touch on something. We talked about the squatting, everybody, you know, because a lot of that's going on, the vacant homes, everybody talking about, you know, there is a such thing is that squatting, but you talked to me about it earlier about people needing to find out who owns that home.
Oh, yeah, you definitely need to. You can't just go and squat
Exactly.
in anybody's home because it may belong to somebody, you know. So you definitely got to find out who owns the property. I was just telling you about a news story that I just saw just a couple of weeks ago where a woman and her children actually squatted in a home and they ended up being evicted because the home actually belonged to someone. It still belonged to the bank. The bank still owned the house even though it was vacant. But the woman, the lady and her children, she actually took it upon herself to actually move into the house and ended up getting evicted. So definitely don't let that happen,
Yes.
To you or whatever. But that's what happened to her because the bank actually owned the property. So no, you have to find out who owns the property or if
Right.
anyone owns it
Because
first.
the bank does have the right to
Yes,
put
they
you
do
out of
because
there.
they own the house. They own the property
yes.
still.
So definitely, the first thing you want to do, ladies, is contact Miss Page. Please contact Kim Page. Front Page Realty, the largest realty company in Detroit. Just a gem, a diamond right here in the middle of Detroit. And contact her. She's going to tell you everything that you need to know. Give them the contact one more time, the phone number if you could.
Our phone number is 313-877-9020. That's 313-877-9020.
It was such a pleasure.
Well, I thank you for having me on.
I'm going to definitely be
Thank
talking
you.
to you some more. Thank you so much
Thank
for being here. I
you.
appreciate you.
You're watching Power Talk on your community TV station, TV 33, Detroit, Highland Park.
Hi, this is Martha Reeves, and wherever I'm performing, I listen to Detroit Hot Radio. Plays all the music that we all love. Detroit Hot Radio.